Our next question comes from Kimberly. Kimberly, please go ahead.
Kimberly, who lives where?
Seattle.
Oh, heading to you tomorrow.
Yep.
Coming to boot camp?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, what you got that we can deal with quick, since I'm going to see you the day after tomorrow anyway?
Yeah, I know. Okay, I got this house. It's $1 million house. It's near the waterfront.
Okay.
And while talking to the guy, he only owes, I forget the number off the top of my head, but he probably only owes like maybe 60% of that, roughly. So there's a good amount of equity. And in talking to him, because he's not really motivated, he's not really wanting to come down, and I'm looking at comps, and they're right around that amount, between 850 and 1.1 generally.
Okay.
One of the things he's saying, and I didn't really know how to address this, is he's saying that it was, him and his dad evidently built it, and they put really good quality building materials into it, no cookie cut or anything.
Yeah, I know. I hear that from all $1 million house owners.
Yeah,
did he say yes to a lease purchase or a loan or financing?
He said yes to a lease purchase. I just don't know how much fat there is in the deal. It's not going to come down on his amount at all.
Yeah, well, in your case, you don't need to worry about it. You just wait till we get there, and Lynette or Brian will call him and see if we can cut the deal for you.
We can't wait to call him, actually.
There's Lynette.
Okay.
Lynette will call him for you, and if there's a deal there, she'll make it, and if there's not, she'll break it.
Okay. Well, I just wonder generally for that question, when they start talking, this is high-quality materials, blah, 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 how much does that value translate in
You want me to practice that with you right now? Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're the seller, I'm the buyer. Okay, what's your name, seller?
John.
John. Okay, John. All right, well, listen, John, you said you would at least purchase it. If we can agree upon the terms, what would be the minimum price you could sell it for?
Well, I think $1 million or $999 would be good. I've checked comps in this neighborhood. I know what they are.
And what do you think? What do you think it appraised for right now, John?
For that.
Okay. Well, let's get past that right now because I haven't done any comps on it. What would be the least you could take per month if we do agree on a price?
Well, my debt is about $3,300 is the
all right.
debt.
So if we cover that, you're okay then, right?
I'd take about $3,800.
What is your debt, John?
$3,300.
Well, I doubt your house can afford any more than that, John. So can we agree that if we cover your debt till we get you cashed out, you're okay with it?
How long is that going to be?
Keep in mind that we're going to take on responsibility for any maintenance and repairs as well.
How long is that going to be?
Well, how long can you give us?
Well, I don't have to sell. I just, I can wait.
I understand. But you do want to get cashed out, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, my whole goal here, John, is to get somebody in that house that we can get qualified in a not too distant future. And frankly, it doesn't cost you anything because I will raise the price enough to cover our compensation simply because you're willing to give me terms. I can give my buyers terms. Then we'll help them get whatever's broke fixed, and we'll get us both cashed out. So just a delayed cash sale.
Oh, okay.
No commission.
You got a sale, Ron. You got a sale, Ron.
How long will you give me?
We could do a couple months.
No. John, how many years will you give me?
Oh. Well, if I'm going to wait more than a year, I want to get some cash flow on it.
Well, you would love to get some cash flow on it, but you probably wouldn't be able to rent it out for more than your payment anyway, would you?
Well, right around there.
Okay, well, I'm giving you right around there. Except I'm taking all the maintenance off your back. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay.
We okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
You through giving me a hard time?
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to say to you, Ron.
You let Lynette call him, and you be there when she calls, and you record the call.
Okay.
Lynette.
Oh, hey, I did want to ask you one other thing when we're talking values. He was talking about this thing is a high bank waterfront, which I guess it's not on the water. It's maybe a street up with views from 2 levels.
Yeah.
So it's is there really much? How much difference does that really make?
Oh, that makes a lot of difference. Well, he can't call it waterfront. He can call it water view, maybe, if there is such a thing. But my best guess, to be honest with you, that's probably 50% of the value right there.
Oh, really? The waterfront?
Yeah,
wow.
You bet. Waterfront versus being off the water a block. What do you think, Lynette?
Absolutely. I totally agree. 50%.
So you cannot compare that house to any of the waterfront houses now.
So I got to compare it to the ones on his street or behind him.
Correct.
Okay.
Cannot be waterfront.
I'm going to go back and look at the comps then, because he's probably, he said on his street, but if he went even down half the street, then that's a different thing entirely.
Well, yeah, you got to go make sure the comps are not on the water, and then you'll know they're real comps. Here's what I do. In some cases, I said, look, I'm not quite sure what the value is. Unless you and I get an agreement for the million, and then I'll have it appraised. And then if it doesn't come back to at least $1 million, we'll deal with it then. You can decide whether you want to move any further.
Okay.
How can you resist that?
Yeah, really.
And by the way, if he does resist that, he knows he's asking way more than it's worth, and you're wasting your time.
Okay. Good enough.
All right.
Thanks.
So, Kimberly, we'll see you at 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, okay?
I'll be there early with bells on.
All right. Well, I'll see you at 8.
Okay.